Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams have been a dynamic duo for the past several years. Rodgers actually said that Davante Adams is the best player he's ever played with. You assumed he wanted Davante back. But Aaron Rodgers signed a 3-year deal worth $150 million. And the perception, at least, Rob, looks like, or the optics, let me put it that way, looks like that they didn't have enough money left over to pay Davante Adams. They had $18 million that Rodgers' cap number went down, and they used that to franchise Davante, but he smartly said, I'm not playing on the franchise tag. He wanted to be the highest paid receiver in the league. Rob, you know how it works. When you're a top guy and your time comes around, you get the highest dollar. Aaron Rodgers, I don't think people think he's the best quarterback in the league. He's obviously in the conversation.
Well, some people do. Some people.
Yeah, I mean, but his well, you're right. He's in the conversation. Some do, but he's not viewed. I don't think most people, because of his the past decade.
I disagree with that. I think that's too easy to say. Just because they haven't won in the playoffs, he's not the best quarterback in the league. He's won 2 MVPs.
You think he's the best quarterback in the league?
Yes, I do. Right now, I do. I don't think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. I really don't. And I know that's your narrative, but I think that
it's not a narrative.
To dismiss what the guy's done the last 2 years during the regular season when you vote for MVP. That's when you vote for the MVP. You don't vote for it in the postseason. So I think he's the best quarterback.
Okay, and that's fine. I said he's in the conversation. That's fair.
And I'll say this.
You're not alone. There's definitely people that think he's the best quarterback in the league.
And I'll say this. You just got to play with who's there. And the numbers that we see say that when Davante, that's not to say that he doesn't want Davante. He has had nothing but vice praise. Okay. They're 10-1. Aaron Rodgers is 10-1 without Davante Adams. Let me give you the numbers. And they're pretty he has a quarterback rating of 112.7 with 2,795 yards, 24 touchdowns, 3 picks in 11 games without Adams. The Packers' record is 10-1 without Adams, including 7 straight wins. So those are what the numbers are.
Explain them.
No,
Expound.
I think they
don't need Davante Adams?
That's not what I said. Of course you would want him. You. But I'm saying the numbers don't bear out that Aaron Rodgers only plays well with Davante Adams is what I'm saying.
Who would say that?
Because
he was
people
great
look like,
before Davante Adams
before he ever showed up, with other
yeah.
guys. So now they have to look at some of the guys that either they have or are they going to use this top pick or one of these picks to get some kid out of college, you know what I mean?
Draft. It is a deep draft.
Right, so maybe they go out and get somebody, and they wind up with a young stud or somebody new, and then they have a couple of guys there already, but not somebody of Davante Adams' ability. So I think Aaron knew, and according to Ian Rappaport, I don't know if you saw this tweet, Chris, that Aaron knew that this was happening when he was negotiating. This is from Ian Rappaport. He said, while Aaron Rodgers was negotiating his contract, he knew Davante Adams would never play for the Packers again. The situation was too far gone. Something had to give. And when Adams informed Green Bay he wasn't playing on the tag, talks got fired up. Now Adams will be on the Raiders. So he's not blindsided. Aaron Rodgers knew he wasn't. Davante didn't want to be on the franchise tag and wanted out. And I think he still decided, this is where I want to be and I'm going to stay. And there you go. You got to play with who you have.
Well, I think he could have, if he really wanted Davante Adams to stay, I think he could have helped get him there. And the perception is going to be, to me, this puts more pressure on Aaron Rodgers to win a Super Bowl. Because the perception, rightly or wrongly, I don't know, what their financial situation exactly was. Could they have paid him the money? I assume they could have, but it looks like Rodgers took the money, took all the money. He got a $5 million increase over the highest paid quarterback in the league. And per year. And so it just looks like from afar that all that talk last year when he came back, from his hiatus or whatever you want to call it, and he finally showed up and he said he was immunized and all that. And he named all those players, all those teammates. It just rings hollow because you had a guy who's a great teammate. And now, if Adams comes out and says he just didn't want to be in Green Bay, cool. Obviously, I mean,
but you don't know
I'd
that.
Rather live in, right, I don't. That's why I'm qualifying it.
And this is
but I can still make a statement.
I'm just
He's
saying.
He's from California. He may have just wanted to be in Cali. I get it. I'd rather be in Cali.
And he just bought a house in
Bay.
Vegas, as Steve DeSager reported. And maybe he just didn't want. A lot of players don't want to play there, Chris. I don't think you've ever been, correct? Have you ever been there?
No, but I don't need to be to Green Bay to know it ain't nothing going on there.
I'm just asking you, have you ever been there? That's all. And you said no. I've been there a million times because I covered a lot of games. It's not a place anybody would want to be, especially a black man who would want to live in that area. It's cold. There's nothing there. I don't care if you're a rich guy, a football player. It's just not the most desirable place to want to live. So if he just said that I don't want to be there anymore, I could buy that because I've been there.
If that's the case, I'm totally cool with it. But if it was just that the Packers didn't want to pay him, and look, you read the numbers. The Packers do have reason to think, you know what? We're going to be good without Davante. I mean, obviously, Aaron Rodgers was a great quarterback before Davante Adams got there. And as you said, they've won 7 straight, and they beat some good teams. I mean, they beat New Orleans last year without him. They beat Arizona this year without him. So they feel like we can be great without him, but there's a lot of questions to be answered. If Davante wanted to stay,
okay, here it is.
The Packers just wouldn't give him the money. Go ahead.
Here's another tweet. Okay, so this is from Matt. Let me just give this to you. Matt Schneiderman, source. The Packers were willing to pay Davante Adams as much or more than the Raiders. It came down to him wanting out of Green Bay and to play with his college quarterback, Derek Carr. There it is. Aaron Rodgers knew this was coming and still signed his new contract with the Packers. So there it is. I think that explains it.
Well, I think the Packers definitely take a step back. I think going into this season, I mean, they're going to be good, but I think they moved back further away from a Super Bowl, further away from winning the NFC. But like you said, the numbers are 10-1 without him, so they're still going to be a good team. They'll still run that division, as weak as it is. But I look, Davante, that's good for him. Like I said, he's from California. He obviously has a relationship with Derek Carr. He should certainly rather be in Vegas than Green Bay. So I get all that. That's all good. But this is a big loss to me for the Packers. Do those numbers, Rob, make you feel like it's not that big of a loss?
Obviously he's one of the best receivers, so you would rather have him on your team, but you can't have somebody who doesn't want to be there. And until I see what they do to replace him, I can't make a snap judgment to know they're not going to leave a hole there. So I don't know yet. What if they go out and get somebody out of college? You just talked about it. I don't know the college receivers, Chris, enough to talk about it. But what if they go out and get somebody and Aaron Rodgers can make that guy into a breakout star his rookie year? I don't know. So,
what about Jarvis Landry, OBJ?
He's there. Those guys are available.
Julio Jones.
I thought he signed with somebody.
Cut. He just got cut by Tennessee.
Right. I saw that. I don't think Julio Jones. I think you have to look.
And OBJ's banged up.
If this is a receiver-rich draft, then
I think it's going to be more of a draft.
Yeah, you should take somebody in that.
Jarvis obviously had a down year. Maybe a nice little possession receiver. But I think it's going to have to be through the draft. I don't see OBJ going there. Be a great place for him as far as the quarterback. But I could see him going to Tampa. if they want to shore up that receiving core. We know how much he likes Brady, so I could see that if they want him. But it'll be interesting. This news is huge. Green Bay Packers once again trade Davante Adams to the Las Vegas Raiders, and the happiest man at Fox Sports Radio is Rob G. Now his team is going to go 10-7.
Rob G. Rob G, was Derek Carr traded in that package or no? Is he still the quarterback?
He is still the quarterback. And we do have an update, though. According to Ian Rappaport, the picks that are being sent are a 2022 first and 2022 second.
Wow.
Okay. Well, 877-99
to help them right away. To help them right away.
Exactly. Aaron Rodgers finally going to get the wide receiver drafted he wanted.
Yep. He's never had one. He's never
had draft a quarterback.
Right.
No, I don't think that's happening. Yeah, that would be something, wouldn't it? 2 quarterbacks.